It starts off with John the Baptist rising from the dead because of the power given to him by Jesus. And the king Herod did not like that, so he persecuted him, and he was scared of Jesus's power, so he didn't kill him right away. But his brother's wife's daughter did a dance, and he promised her a wish to be granted. So after the dance, she said, kill John, put his head on a plate. So it did that. And then Jesus' prophets told Jesus, and Jesus fled to another city. Jesus ended up in a deserted place, and the people followed him by foot, and he got to that place by boat. The people were hungry, but he said, stay with me, and he gave them 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish that fed 5,000 people, and that little chunk was made them filled. Why? Jesus is the source for physical and spiritual satisfaction. None of the outside stuff that we have in the world is going to make us feel the way God makes us feel. So if you're looking for that feeling of, for me, like, I want to be in a nice, fast car, but that feeling that I'm looking for is really rooted in faith, rooted in the word, rooted in following him and being righteous. So they all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments that remained. Jesus went up to a mountain and prayed, and his prophets entered a boat, and there was a big storm. Then Jesus walked on water, and they thought he was a ghost, and they trembled. But Jesus said, do not fear him. It is him that is there. Then Peter was like, Jesus, if that's you, let me walk on water and let me come to you. He did. Out of faith, he took 2 steps. But then he had fear because of the winds and the troubling storm that was surrounding them. Then he fell into the water, but Jesus grabbed him and picked him back up. And as they entered the boat, the storm stopped. This tells us that faith means keeping our focus on Jesus. Once we take our focus off of him, that's when we start listening to our own thoughts, to the thoughts that the negative spirits bring on us, of saying we're not good enough, we can't make this goal happen, this business cannot flourish, those are all negative thoughts from the devil. My family can't come back together in peace. No, do not think like that. Keep your word, keep your mind stuck on Jesus, so we could bring heaven to earth. No matter the corrupt things that happen on earth, no matter how much time they try to take us down, put us down, and get rid of our holiness, Jesus' power is so powerful that even one of us getting taken out won't stop what he started. So he said, come. And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? They ended up in a new city, and the king brought all the sick. And by them touching Jesus' clothes, they were perfectly healed. Faith in him and trying to get close to him, close enough to just touch his clothes, will heal us. He is the provider. He is a protector. No matter what type of storm that we are facing, Jesus will bring peace of mind when we're facing those storms in our head of little battles, relationship issues, financial issues. Any type of issue is not greater than the peace that God will provide in the middle of that. When we give in to the word, he will bring that peace. And begged him that they might only touch the hem of his garment, and as many as touched it were made perfectly well. This story is pretty famous, but sometimes we got to come back to it so we can keep our vision on Jesus, so our faith could sustain itself and help us along our journey, along our walk.